I'm Turner, Torrid Tech, and we're talking today about Google trying to sync all of our websites. And I'm not trying to create a big panic, but it's reality, and I'm going to show you very quickly how to check your own website to see if it's going to be a problem. And let's just dive right in and move right along. This is me. I founded TorridTech a long time ago. Do a lot of financial planning software, but along the way do a lot of technology, a lot of websites, web apps, mobile, and all kinds of technology tools and marketing. And occasionally when something techie comes along that I want to alert people about, I'll do something that's not really retirement related, and that's what we're doing today. So I'm going to show you how to test your site as well as what to do. This is the thing that I sent out in the email, so that's sort of the pick of the day, the Titanic going down. Now, before we go on, and then, again, I'm going to show you quickly how to determine if your site's a problem. But I had a number of people email me just downright angry. Here's one that I got. That's bull blank. They're lying to you, and that's simply false. And that's in response to my email, which was saying that, you know, you need to do something about your website. Here's another one. Absolutely false. My website hasn't been stronger and is not going down like the Titanic. You're simply incorrect. So I got a bunch of angry emails. I really didn't anticipate that. The idea was to alert people, and there was one guy that emailed, and I did check his site, and he was right. There wasn't a problem. So, you know, I didn't check thousands of websites with the tool that I'm about to show you and then email only those with a problem. I mean, I'm busy like everyone else. It was just meant to be a quick email to alert people, and now I've ended up doing a whole presentation on it. Okay, here's the basics. Google keeps changing their algorithm. We all know that. You may have heard of Penguin and Panda. But tomorrow they're rolling out a new change, and some people are calling it Mobile-geddon. And essentially they want everyone's website to be mobile-friendly. What does that mean? That means when you look at it on a iPhone, Android phone, tablet, that you don't have to immediately zoom in to read text. And if your website is not mobile friendly, then the text is too small to read, things don't adjust, it doesn't really look right on a phone. And Google has decided they don't like that. Okay, so why is that a problem? Well, the problem is that I did some research. Google has 67% of all searches online, so they have a near monopoly on it. And 40% of all those searches come from mobile devices. So when someone whips out their phone and looks up John Smith Advisor Marietta, if John Smith Advisor's website is not mobile, then he's not going to come up in Google. You just won't be there. It's like you're getting zapped. Now, if they search from a desktop, you'll still be in there if you're in there at all. So some of this presumes that you are in Google and that you've done that. So let's go ahead and check some of these. The web URL I have here is kind of long, so I'm going to switch over to my Chrome browser. And if you just go into Google, let's start all over. I'm in Google now, and I'm going to put in this Google Mobile Friendly Test Tool. So if you have time, go ahead and do this right now. And you go here, Mobile Friendly Test Tool. So now I'm on the test tool. And then you just put in the web address. All right, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to find someone's, if somebody wants me to test their site, they can put it into the chat box. I'll do one right now. It doesn't take very long, and we can look at it. So whoever wants to put one into the chat box, I will test it. See if anyone wants to do that. Anyone? Anyone? Okay, nobody wants to be so bold. So I'm gonna go for Atlanta Financial Advisors. Let's say, let me just do that. Let's see. Okay, here's one, Atlanta Financial Associates. So I'm not trying to pick on these people, but I am going to pick on these people, and I'm going to test their website. Okay, so we put this into the tool, and you guys can be doing this right now. Now, if it comes up good, then you could probably just drop off the call because you're okay and you're not going to get zapped. Okay, this is taking a little bit longer than I thought, but it's almost done. Okay, here we go. It says it's not mobile friendly, and they give you a little sample of what it looks like on a phone. You see how you can't read the text? So the site itself is supposed to adjust to make it more readable. So it says text too small to read, the links are too close together, which means you wouldn't be able to click with your finger and do anything. There's no mobile viewport, which means it's not in the form factor for mobile. Uses incompatible plugins, which means it also doesn't really work on whatever phone they're talking about. I didn't do that ahead of time. I just randomly picked a site, and it turned out to be not mobile friendly. Okay, let's try another one. We've got one that someone sent in. AdvisorsUSA.com. Okay, Benny. Let's see if you're good. All right. Like I said, if you've already tested it on your own and it says you're good to go, then you can probably drop off. Now, again, this says not mobile friendly. And you can see, if you can, let me see if I can zoom in. Let me see if I can zoom in. Okay, I'm zooming in on the little phone example. You can see here you can't see a darn thing on this website on a phone. You certainly couldn't click one of these links. So this is what Google's talking about. So why is that a problem? Well, because Google is basically wanting to not put you in Google if this happens. That's the problem with it. All right, so if your site is okay, you can drop off the call. Probably got another 10 or 15. Just stay tuned because we're going to go over a number of things related to this. So why is this important now? I've already mentioned the Mobilegeddon Google slap change, whatever you want to call it, is happening tomorrow, April 21. All right, now I had some people say they didn't believe me. So we're going to go in here. I'm going to go back into Google. And let's Mobilegeddon, let's see, Mobilegeddon. Okay, here you go, Google Mobilegeddon. Okay, you see it there on The Economist, The Guardian, Search Engine Watch. This is Business Insider. Let's go to Business Insider. On Tuesday, April 21st, Google is making a major update to its mobile search algorithm. It will change the order in which websites are ranked. Okay, so you can go in there and read it. So all you people that emailed me and said that I don't know what I'm talking about, it's online. It's in news sites. It's in Google itself. You can read about it on Google. Also research the marketing statistics. You can go in there. 46% of searches now use mobile exclusively. Here's another article on Mobilegeddon, Google to rank mobile-friendly sites higher in search results. So the ones that are mobile-friendly move up. The ones that aren't either move down or get dropped. But everybody knows if you're not on the first page, you are essentially dropped because people can't find you. Then there's a Google search share. I think I already mentioned that. Google has a 67%. You can see that down here, 67.6%. That was as of January 2014. Let's see. Another thing that's not as applicable to advisors, but people that search on their phones, they've proven that 50% of them are most likely to visit right after conducting a local search. Like they're out and about and they're searching, and then they're going to go there within, I think, 4 hours or something. So it's very serious. Now, not as much someone like I got to have an advisor today right now, but this is more like majority of people are not at desktops anymore, and they're searching on their phone. They get a referral to you. They can't find you. You know, someone tells you about them, they can't find you. They get some marketing something from you, they want to look you up online, and they're on their phone, they can't find you. Okay, so that's what it's all about. Let's go back to our quick presentation. Okay, the Mobilegeddon is tomorrow. Search is an increasing part of driving traffic. We already know that. And Google has a 67% market share. Now also, as we all know, these robo-advisors are coming out, and they're very good at mobile marketing and web marketing. So if you don't respond to this, this is just yet another way they're going to beat you. Okay. We'll talk about some other why now reasons, so kind of stay tuned. All right, mobile friendly, we even already talked about what that means. Some examples of not mobile friendly and mobile friendly. And basically it has to do with how it looks on the iPad, iPhone. Let's go back to our example. So this is an example that's not mobile friendly. And we saw another one with the Atlanta Financial website. Let's see if we can find one that is mobile friendly. Let's see, there's a guy that I know I tested it earlier. Florida. I just don't have his, okay, here it is. All right, Hammond Asset Management. Okay, let's put them in there. Let's run through that. So I just want you to see what one looks like that's good. If you've already tested yours and it's good, then you probably already saw what it looks like. But I want to show you what that looks like. Okay, 80% complete. If you have any questions, put them in on the chat box. Be glad to answer them if I can. And by the way, Torrid has this problem. Some of our sites are not mobile friendly, and we're left scrambling to fix it just like everybody else. Something we should have done earlier. And I'm going to tell you about the solution, one of the solutions that a lot of people advise, which is using a specific type of software with your website. Lets you edit it and maintain it. It's SEO friendly. All right, so here if you run the Google Mobile Friendly Test Tool, here this says awesome, this page is mobile friendly, how Google bot sees this page. And actually when I did this earlier, there was an image here and here. My guess is that either my browser has too many tabs open or the test tool is getting overused. But you can see more how, like, I can read this phone number and there's a button for a menu that you can click and pop up. So it thinks this is mobile friendly. I've seen others that look a heck of a lot better on a phone than this. But I just wanted to show you at least one. All right, so we're talking about the iPhones and iPads. What is the solution? One of the biggest and easiest solutions is to use what's called a WordPress site. Well, what's WordPress? Well, it's a piece of software that runs your website. It's used by literally millions of websites. It's almost become the standard for doing websites. You can log in, add a new page, add it to a menu. You can do blogging. So if you have a little blog component, go in, select the blog piece, add a note, and it'll post it on there. And it's also based on templates. So let's go through that. You got WordPress templates, and you can just change over these WordPress templates and you'll be instantly mobile friendly. Okay, so you got to look for a mobile friendly template. Another term is called mobile responsive. So let's go back to our browser here, and let me go, okay, back to the search engine watch. Let's do with WordPress. I just typed that in, WordPress.com, WordPress.com. So you can go in there and do all that. Now it is slightly technical, so let's go to WordPress templates. So you can select a template. Here's one, template monster, WordPress, free WordPress themes. So some people call it themes. Some people call it templates. It's really kind of the same thing. So this site has 18,952 templates. So there's a lot of templates, and I've looked through a lot of these sites, and you can, look through, and then an hour later, it's just, next thing you know, you've spent an hour or two HTML5 is another one. Let's browse some categories. Let's see if we can find some categories. WordPress. Let's see, corporate. Let's look at corporate. Just do business. Okay, so some of these are like 40 bucks, but that doesn't really get you anything. It just gets you the template, and the developer has to upload the template, configure the template, customize the template. So let's look for financial. Let's see if we can find one that's financial. The firm. All right, what the heck? Let's look at that one. So the firm, you go in here, and you can buy it and all that, but we want to see an example, so we're going to click on Live Preview. Okay, and this is the preview, so you can have this big thing in the background, and you put your logo, and then at the bottom here, home, blog, gallery, the team. So this would be customized for your firm. Now, you know, I haven't seen an advisory firm that looks like this. Okay, now you're seeing the background flip. So it's got some built-in images and stuff. So, you know, you didn't pay a designer, you know, $8,000 to come up with a custom site just for you, and they had all these meetings. You can just go in here and pick one. And also, so basically, let's move over back to our presentation. Okay, so we got mobile responsive, mobile-friendly templates. I got some other strategies for you. Based on the Panda and Penguin updates, you don't want to have a library of financial articles on your website. There's a lot of these website template people that hit the financial industry, and they want you, you know, check, get your article library, check, get your calculators. Google hates that because anything that's a duplicate they consider spam, just like email. Some people consider email, certain emails, spam. If you write an article on, I don't know, IRAs, well, actually, you didn't write it. You just got it from this library of articles that's licensed from somebody. And there's, you know, 8,642 advisor websites with that same article. That makes Google want to push you down in the search engine results. Same with calculators. You got the same calculators. Google hates that. They already said they hate that. And the reason why they started penalizing that is people were manipulating the results in Google. So if they figured out that, hey, if I have an article and I put in the article retirement software, and I put that article on a few websites and link back to mine, and then I put it in an article library and syndicate it out, and then I get, you know, this buddy of mine who has a network of 323 sites, and he'll syndicate the articles on there and link back to you. That's what people were doing. And when they did that, Google was crawling all these sites and upping the rankings. So what they decided was, hey, we don't like duplicate content. So that's how they penalized that and got that out of there. Some do's, you do want to have something that people can ask for. I've mentioned this in some of my marketing webinars. It's called a lead gen magnet. You want to try to build a list of people who visit your site. So even if you decide to have some calculators, you should make them opt-in. Give away a free report in exchange for their email, their name and their email. Give them access to a calculator if you give their info. What you don't want to do, though, is have a library of 50 calculators that anyone can just click there and go to. That's not helpful to you. It's actually hurting you. So just keep that in mind. Okay, well, if anyone wants a solution to this, we've developed a lot of websites over time, and you know, we don't consider ourselves a website design firm. We're focused on the software, but we got a bunch of technical people, and I keep getting calls from advisors saying, hey, I need help with my website. So if you don't want to invest a whole lot of money and you're frustrated by all these changes in Google and your website is not mobile friendly, so you know you got to redo it anyway. And also, while we're working on it, we can try to put in some kind of lead gen magnet so you do get actual leads from your website. Now, you got to get traffic there. That's a different problem. But basically, TorridTech, we can build it for you. We created our first website back in It's either late 94, early 95, somewhere in there. And we've done a ton of websites over the years. I remember one of the first ones we did was for Cellular One out of Boston. That was so long ago. That was like in 95, 96. We can do it for a pretty affordable price. Actually, let me look over here. I had a site, I did some searches, and I found this firm, Advisor Designs. I've never heard of them. I'm not here to criticize them. I just clicked on their packages thing, and you can see here for a 3-page website, they want you to pay $2,900. For a 5 pages, it's $3,500, and if you want 8 pages, it's $4,200. So it seems a little pricey to me. And there are other options out there. Some of you may be using those options. I don't know. So our business doesn't depend on websites. You know, we've got the software. We've got lots of other things that we do. If you go to a local design firm, you know, Joe's Digital, and there's like 8 guys there, and 5 of them are developers, 2 sales guys, and the owner. Those guys almost always charge like $5 to $10 grand for a website because it just takes so much time, and they have the overhead in the office and the salaries and the benefits, and they figured out what they have to charge because they have all that overhead. So you can browse a bunch of designs that we have. You go here, services.torridtech.com/portfolio. So I'm going to go there. So here's responsive web design. So there's a bunch of starter themes in here, and you can see samples of some showing up on an iPhone here, iPad. That's in a Mac. That's a laptop. I'm going to put that into the chat box. Let's put that web address in there. Okay, great. There you go. You can browse those if you want. So actually, I want to go back. Okay, so here's the themes: responsive web design, logo design, all this stuff. We just had one of our people put this up, but I'm going to go down here to law firm, insurance, finance. Let's click on that category, and then go down. And so you can see some examples. Let's see, let's go to this template. Let's go to live preview. Okay, so here's kind of a live preview. So what would happen is, like, if you selected this one, then we go in here and we customize all these menu items and the images and the colors. And if you want, if you've got Facebook, Twitter, all that, it'll program that, your contact. So this is just one sample. I'm not showing this to say, hey, this is the greatest sample in the history of mankind and you should get it right now. You should get the one that you like, basically. So there's some samples here, but if you don't like any of these samples, you can do what we did before and go out to the WordPress theme places and look for themes and say, okay, I want a website, but I want it to look like this theme. We picked this one, but there's, you know, thousands of themes out there, literally. I mean, there are so many out there, it's crazy. So let's go back over here. Okay, so basically, if you want Torrid to design a website for you, we can do that. There's tons of firms that do websites. You know us, you trust us. We can help you with that if you want to. And I had my people come up with a package, WordPress site. You get to use a WordPress template of your choosing. It's not a custom design. We're not going to sit down with a blank sheet of paper and custom design it. You're going to have to pick a template. Okay, up to 10 web pages typically. And so we have 2 packages, the advanced package, which has more pages and blogging and all that. It's got extra features, and if you want a breakdown of all this, I'll be glad to share it with you. It's just too much for this webinar. But the basic package is $14.97. The hosting is $47 a month, or you can put it on any WordPress hosting sites. You can go out there on your own if you want to find your own hosting. We can put it on there for you. So that's it. If you're interested, you want to go to makeretirementsimple.com/websites. Okay, do I have any questions? Let's see. Okay, if you go there, you're going to get this super extra non-fancy page, and you can click on these if you're interested in it. Let's see. Let me put that into the chat box. Okay, do you have any questions? Okay, one question I have is, how long does it take to design a site? That's a very good question in light of the fact that Google is doing this thing tomorrow. We can't get it done by tomorrow. I've talked to my web people. They say on average it takes about a month. So that's from the time you sign up. We start either looking at your existing site, pulling content, talking with you about what you want, getting the content moved over, picking out your template, getting it all together, and then in the very end we, quote, move it into production. And then you've got to, get your domain name pointing to it. If it's pointing to one site now, then you have to switch it to point to the new site. So there's a little bit there at the end. Any other questions? Oh, I know what I was going to say. If you click on this basic package right here, I think we have it set up to do a payment plan. Yep, that's right. You can do 2 payments. You do one payment now and another one in 30 days, which will be about when we're done. So if we get, 27 people to sign up for one of these things today, it will be difficult to get them all done in 30 days. So it'll be kind of in the order that people sign up. So whoever signs up first is going to be first in line and so forth. But we do have some capacity to do a number of sites, so it's not going to take 3 months. It's not going to take 6 months. Any other questions? Okay, well, if you do have an interest, go to makeretirementsimple.com/websites. If your site is not mobile friendly, just keep in mind that you're going to start losing traffic starting tomorrow or Wednesday. I can't remember if they're crawling it tonight and it takes effect tomorrow, or they're crawling it tomorrow and it'll take effect on Wednesday. But either way, it's a pretty urgent problem. You're going to lose 40% of your Google links and rankings from people searching from mobile devices. So that's a pretty significant number. If it was like 10%, I would probably say, well, it might not be worth it. But if you know your website doesn't look very good, and it's not mobile friendly, and it's not being very effective for you, then this could be something that you do. All right, that's it. That's all I have. I don't have any other questions. I appreciate you getting on here. Hopefully you found this useful. Even if you don't use us, hopefully you're going to go talk to your provider and get them to do something about it. So at the very least, I hope that we helped people be aware of the problem and take action on fixing the problem. It's Tim Turner, Torrid Tech, signing off. Appreciate your support. Thanks, and happy planning, and we'll talk to you again soon. We'll see you. Bye.